Hello teachers, I'm back with another training session for All in Learning. Once you've got your answer document scanned in, you probably want to be able to analyze the results and see how the students did. First of all, let's start off with reviewing the reports. As always, when you first get into All in Learning, allinlearning.com, you can log in using your email and password that you created when you first set up your account. Next, after you log in, at the top, you're going to click on the Reports tab. After clicking on the Reports tab, you'll see the different assignments and assessments that you've created. Since I've been working with the water cycle test, that's the one I just scanned in the previous training. We're going to go ahead and work with that one. If you look at the page when it comes up on My Reports, you'll see the report title, the name of the class, number of the questions, the overall comprehension rate, or how well they did. That would be a class average, and that's the date that you scanned it in. Under the actions section, you see 4 different areas. I'll go over to each one of those and what it means. Okay, at any time, if you want to delete this report, you can click on this section here and click Delete Selected, and it will remove it, so you'll have to scan that item again if you, for some reason, you wanted to start all over. All right? So if you hit under Actions Reactivate, what that's going to do is reactivate that assignment or assessment, and it'll allow you to take it again. If you click under Edit Key and Standards, what it's going to do is bring up a window of your answer key. Let's say you accidentally put in the wrong answer, or you found that every student has missed one and you want to go ahead and change it, or it was an unfair question later on. You can go ahead and choose Count as Correct, and it will disregard that question and not count it against the students. This section over here where it says Add Standards, that is if you want to go in after you've created a test or assignment and go ahead and add AKS standards to it. I'll get into that in more detail in a later training to show you how to do it from the get-go, or you can do it from this spot right here. If you will click on Export, if you do that, you'll notice that it downloads the report, or the initial report giving the student scores, to a CSV file. What that CSV file is, when you open it up, you'll find out that it opened up Excel. When you first open it up, it asks you, do you want to open up this report? And you'll click yes, and you'll notice that your students' names and the student numbers and all their scores will be listed in a spreadsheet for you. And finally, if you click delete, it will ask you if you really want to delete the scores. All right? Now, to actually view the reports, you're going to click on the report title. Okay, so my title was the water cycle, so if I click on it, the next window I see will look like this. Okay, you can set the passing level, whether it be 70%, which that's pretty much what GCPS considers passing. If you don't like them getting a D, which I never really did, and you want it to be a C, you can bump up that score. All right, there'll be a key down there. Those in green will be 90% and higher, 80 to 89% would be yellow, 70 to 79% would turn orange, and less than 70% would be pink. Okay. You can also see that these little arrows right here are drop downs. The first one is student feedback by standard. If you've loaded AKS standards in, if you drop it down, it's going to tell you how each student did, or as a whole, or how the class did as a whole by each standard, or actually each student, since you're on student analysis. Under student feedback, if you drop that down, it's going to show you individual answers that each student gave for each question on the assignment or assessment. If you click the top one, report summary, it's going to give you a longer list, which you can't see the full one here, but you'll see your students' names and scores over here. This is only the students that did not pass, and it'll analyze the type of answers that these students gave. If you click on item analysis, it's going to list all the items across. If you had standards listed in there, it would probably list them. It'll tell you how each, as an average, as your class did on each one of the questions. And finally, if you go to lesson profile, it's going to show you if you've shared this assignment or assessment with your grade level and other people have taken it and they've also scored it, it will show you how you did. Your score will compare with your campus average, which would be people at our school, would appear in an orange bar. District average, it doesn't work with the district right now, so you won't be able to figure that information out anyway. I also didn't go over standards analysis because if you didn't load in standards, which I haven't so far, I haven't gone over that training yet, if you click on standards analysis, it's going to break down how your class did on each standard. In other words, by each AKS of each question. Hopefully that cleared things up on the reports. If you explore a little bit more, you could probably find a few more things in there. And if you have any questions, just please let me know.